dolls, welcome back to our channel and Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope you guys all had a fabulous New Year's, whether you stayed in or partied like a rock star. I stayed in because I'm an old hag and that's what old hags do. I was telling my husband yesterday, New Year's Eve partying is a young man's game. I stayed home where it was nice and warm, and because it was like 30 degrees last night in California, and that's beyond freezing. That's literally freezing. And Fresno PD was out in full effect last night, and Fresno is like #1 in the nation for DUIs. So not anything to be proud of. We have a lot of drunks here. It's not cool. So I stayed in where it was nice and safe and celebrated with my 3 handsome men, my 2 boys, and my hubby, and was in my sweats, and it was the best way to ring it in. So since it's a new year, I wanted to kind of end the year the way I did last year, and bring you guys my favorites of 2018. All my makeup favorites, and I have a high-end and a low-end drugstore option as well. I'm going to show you my favorites from high-end and low-end. I wanted to do something a little bit different than I did last year. I want to also go in taking much better care of my skin. So while I'm going through all of my favorites, I'm also going to be going through my skincare routine. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a face mask that I got in this month's Ipsy bag. Isn't this month's bag so freaking cute? I would actually use this as like a little clutch. That is so freaking adorable. But I did get a really cool clay mask in here that I wanted to try out. So I figured while I'm doing my facial stuff, I might as well do this at the same time and multitask. And just by the way, this is called Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. I probably should do something that has a little more moisture in it, but it says nourish, brighten, radiance, and refine, made with Davison Plum. So I'm gonna try this out and just slather this on my face. I did have, let me see if I can find it, my little spatula that I usually apply all my face products with. Okay, so I have my handy dandy spatula. This keeps, because I have long nails on, it keeps me from having to get this crap all over my hands. So I'm just gonna squeeze. It's not coming out. And I took the little seal off. Oh, it didn't come off all the way. It's like an April Fool's joke on me. There we go. We got it, we got it. Okay. So let's squeegee. Oh, it just came squirting all out at me. Okay, so we're just going to squeegee this on and just start painting our face. It just smells like clay, by the way. There's no like good smell to it. Okay, so we're nice and applied, and it's already drying really quickly. I don't even know if I'm supposed to really move my mouth with this on because it's already tightening. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get in and start. And the first thing, I'm going to go in order of how I do my face. That just keeps me a little more organized in my mind. So my first step is primer. Now, I want to also make clear that the stuff that I'm showcasing was not all released in 2018. Some of it was, actually most of it was, but there are some of my stuff that is just my ride or die favorites that will never change. So not everything was released in 2018. Some of it years before. So I just want to make that clear. So I'm going to start off with the high end. My favorite primer is still ride or die, the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. And as you can see, I'm almost out. I've got like maybe 2 pumps left. This is my favorite everyday primer. This primer fills in my pores, makes my skin look smoother, And it also is a little bit more hydrating than your basic like pore filler type of, you know, primer without being greasy or silicone-y. So that's why I really like this one, and it helps my makeup just stick and last all day long. And my next favorite is a 2018 release. This is my drugstore favorite. It is the Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer. Now, the reason that this is one of my favorites is because it is such a dupe for the Becca Backlighting Primer. It's got that shimmer to it, to your face, without being too crazy. Let me squeeze a little bit out here and show you. It's a little bit more runny than the Becca Backlighting Primer, but it's got a really pretty shimmer to it, and it just makes any foundation you put on top of it just glow. I don't know that it really makes your makeup stay very much longer, but I will say it is hydrating and is a nice base, and it just gives you such a pretty glow. Next is foundation, and foundation was so hard for me, you guys. So I have 2 high-end and 2 low-end because I couldn't decide. When I started 2018, I really loved a cakey, heavy-duty, thick, full coverage foundation, but I used the Dior Forever Undercover 24-hour full coverage. Ooh! Full coverage foundation. This one's my empty bottle. I couldn't find my other one, but this one is one of my favorites, still favorites. And the reason I like this one is it's full coverage without being super thick or heavy. And it just stays all day, and it just made my skin look so beautiful because I have such terrible skin now that I've hit my 30s. My skin has been so dry, and I've started getting little acne pop-ups, and my skin is just really tripping right now. So this has made my skin look gorgeous. And my new favorite, this is on the higher end because it's not in the drugstore, but it's still for high end. It is considered very affordable high end. And this is the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation. And it just came out maybe a few months ago, and I really like it. This one retails for $29, which is so affordable for high end. This is a soft blur foundation. It's light to medium coverage. And the reason I love this is because no matter how much you cake on of this, it never gets heavy or full, like cakey, you know what I mean? And when it's light coverage with the one layer, it literally covers everything. It's like your skin but better. And this is my second bottle, and I will continue to buy it. The first drugstore favorite is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made, which did come out this year. I freaking haven't loved a CoverGirl foundation in the longest. I liked the Healthy Blend or whatever. That one was okay, but I couldn't get past the smell of it. The smell really got to me, and I stopped using it. But the True Matte Made is such an amazing full coverage matte foundation, and this was great to get me through my summertime. This is one of the best drugstore foundations that have come out in a very long time. And then next is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid. As you guys know, it just came out. I just reviewed it, and I love it so much because it's very much like the Benefit Hello Happy in that it is a lighter coverage. It's a natural finish, but it just blurs out everything and is that your skin but better, and it makes me feel like I'm hardly wearing anything, and I love this. This will be a repurchase as well. And for concealers, high end, my favorite, I actually had 2, but I couldn't find my other one. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, one of my all-time favorites. And then the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, Oh, one of my best concealers ever. This concealer, I gotta go get another one. I'm like scraping the sides of this. So I use this like as little as I can till I can get over and get a new one, because this is one of the best. It dries down. It doesn't crease. It's got kick-ass pigmentation. It will cover any dark circle, but it doesn't look cakey, and that's why I love it so much. And then drugstore, this is no shocker, but the Makeup Revolution, they now have the super size one, which is so awesome. And as a matter of fact, you guys, and you guys will see coming up this week, I just picked up the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So I'm going to be testing this out for you guys to see if it's just as good as the concealer. So stay tuned for that this week. Next thing we need to do is set our faces, right? Okay, so I have two favorites, high end and low end. My high end will forever be the Patrick powder. This is the best high-end powder, hands down. Nothing sets my face like this, and it is just, I just used the last of mine. I was savoring the tiniest bit, and they came back out with it, so I need to go pick up some more. The only bummer to this is we were getting, how much? 1 ounce in this packaging. And for the same exact price, they're only selling 0.38 ounces in the new packaging. So you're paying the same price, but you're getting a lot less than half, like a third of the product, which is bullshit. But I am such a sucker for this powder. They know there's other people like me and will pay it because we're freaking stupid. But I'm going to get it. So that's my favorite. My drugstore favorite, though, this has been the Ride or Die lately. I first used it a grip when it first came out, and then I stopped using it because, you know, as someone on YouTube or a makeup enthusiast, or, you know, we try new things all the time, and then we go through these phases where we have this favorite for a while. Well, I have gone back to the Maybelline Fit Me, and I forgot how much I loved this powder. So for like the last half of 2018, this has been back to the Ride or Die. Next is my bronzer. So high end, I don't really, to be honest, have a new high end or anything. I've tried other bronzers, but haven't really cared for any. So we're going back to the Ride or Die old school Hoola bronzer. Still my favorite. Still the only like high end bronzer that is cool toned enough without being too muddy, and warm toned enough without being orange. You know what I mean? So that's my high end favorite. And my low end favorite, I just broke in my bag, but it is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. This bronzer is so cheap, and it's been out forever, and I bought one years and years ago. I just started using it again. It was expired to filth, okay? But I was using it, and with my skin being so pale this winter, it was the only one that was like pale enough for my white skin. So I ended up going and buying another one of them, and you can see I just bought this like a couple weeks ago, and I'm already hit pan. I love this so much. It is $5, and it is just like perfect if you're a little wetita like me. Okay, I was debating even talking about this because I only have one contour palette that I seem to go back to constantly, okay? Now, it used to be the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. Her formula is flawless. The colors are flawless. But unfortunately, they're always sold out at Sephora. So I haven't even been able to get my hands on it. But anyway, moving on. So my Ride or Die for all of 2018, the only contour palette I've used, period, dot, point blank, besides my Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I did use that one to filth for a while. only because I was out of my color in my ABH contour kit in light to medium. This, I just bought a new one, and this color right here, that's my shade. That right there, that is my perfect contour color. It is so perfect, and again, not muddy, but not warm. It's so perfect. This is still the ride or die. Y'all who have been with me from the beginning know I am the highlight queen. I love to glow to the gods, and I love me a hella pigmented highlighter. I've got two favorites. One that just came out at the last half of the year, and then one that was out since, I want to say, was it last year, the end of last year? So my high end is my ABH Amrezi, or Amrezi, how the hell do you say this poor girl's name? Amrezi or Amrezi, her highlighter. You know what I love about this? It doesn't take much to glow to the gods, and I've had this forever, and I'm barely hitting pan in little spots. And I use this to filth, you guys, like all the time. And my low end one, I just got another one in because I gave my other one away. I had bought two of them originally, but I just got another one in, and I'm finishing my other one off. It is the Master Chrome Nikki Tutorials number 250 metallic highlighters. I love this formula. This is the most pigmented. Let me just show y'all. In case you're new to my channel, let me just show y'all, because I've been using this one to filth. The pigment is unfreaking real on this one. You barely dip in, and this is what you're getting. Like, it is going to cover your face. The pigment is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now for blush, again, I'm not a big blush buyer, but for high end, one of my favorites is still the NARS Orgasm Blush. It just gives you that great flush of color. I just have the deluxe sample size. I need to go get another big one, especially because I've already hit pan. This is one of the only blushes in the world that I've actually like used up, dug in, and like really used. One that was kind of new this year is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush, and this is like the peachy color. What color is this? Oh, it's called Just Curious, and it is literally the perfect peach. I love a peach color. This is my favorite color on my cheeks. Okay, let's move on to the eyes now. So for eyes, I don't have a low end. I really tried, but the only thing I've really used this year is my ABH eyebrow stuff. I use the pomade to first draw these babies in, and then I use the powder to then go in, set it down, and create the little hair brush strokes. So these two things, I use medium brown in both, and there is no comparison. Okay, so for eyeshadow palettes, okay, y'all know this, there's not going to be just one or two. Like, I got a couple. Well, I definitely got like, 4 or 5 palettes, 6 palettes maybe. Okay, so I'm more going off of like formulas here, and let me just say, I'm going to start off by saying my all-time favorite ride or die shadow formula and palettes of the year total belong to Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Hate him or love him, I don't give a shit. That man has created the best cosmetics in the industry. Go ahead at me if you want to, because I'm obsessed with these 3 releases this year. He killed the game. There is nobody out there that did more than this man this year as far as palettes. I mean, let's go ahead and start with Blood Sugar. Let's go ahead and start with that one because that was the first release that I just went ape shit for. First of all, look at this packaging. Nobody is doing packaging like this. First of all, it has like the little VHS slide out. Cute as all hell, okay? And it has Blood Sugar, you know, right there. Then we have the faux leather case, the little medical box with the little clasps, and the pricing on it is just unreal. Unreal. I don't know how he made money with the packaging the way it is. And then you open it up. Look at these colors, first of all. Look at the design. It is beautiful in here. It's got this beautiful, like, vinyl lay down on the back with the little medical covers. And then, yes, a nice big old mirror. And these pan sizes are huge compared to your typical eyeshadow, okay? Then you have the formula, which is so pigmented, absolutely crazy pigmented and unlike anything else we've seen. Then for the summertime, Mr. Jeffree Star came out with the Thirsty palette. Now this one, color story wise, happens to be my favorite. This one right here is a lot more simple, but he has the big, huge pan sizes. The packaging is not as much as like Alien or Blood Sugar, but still cute packaging. It was perfect for summer, but these colors were everything. Now, where he got me though was these, the middle row, these glitter freaking shadows are unreal. If you want to wear glitter but don't want fallout, that's another thing. His shadows have like little to no fallout at all. I don't know how he does it. It's mind-blowing, okay? So the glitters, even without a freaking like primer or anything, they just go on. Unfreaking real. Unreal. I have yet to see anybody be able to duplicate this formula at all. Then he finished 2018 with a mother fudging bang, you guys. We got the Alien palette right here, okay? I wanted to get one for a giveaway for you guys, but I couldn't, unfortunately. At a restock, though, I will. I will pick up one. We will do a giveaway. Look at this freaking packaging. He went back to the faux leather, the big, crazy, bubbled out eyes. They are raised. They're big and bubbled out, and they're sturdy, so they're not going to get smashed in or anything like that. So freaking cool. And then you go, first of all, you got this giant mirror, and it folds back like this. And then look at these colors. Nobody is doing these colors. No one. So Jeffree Star Cosmetics has the palettes, not just one palette, the palettes of the year. And you can tell him I said that too, because he is the bomb motherfucking.com. Love him or hate him. I don't care if you hate him. You cannot deny that his makeup products are top tier, bar none. They compete, as far as formula and stuff goes, with my high-end palettes. I'm a collector of Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, okay? So I have tried the high end and all the way to the low end, and I have never seen a formula like his, okay? But that does bring me to my next high-end palette of the year. My next favorite palette for the year was the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, okay? First of all, the packaging is a lot different than her other ones. Normally she does like these faux leather pleather type of packaging. I don't have another one of her palettes over here right now, but I have like all her big palettes, okay? And so it has a plastic packaging, but the color layout is what really got me, okay? I really love this color layout. I use this constantly. I love the formula of her mattes. She did change the formula of her shimmers on these, but it's not bad. They're still crazy pigmented. So if you want to try them out, I recommend getting one of her 5-pan palettes first. Next, for high-end palettes, this is the last one for high-end that I'm going to bring up, okay? And she also had a few releases this year. And you can't talk about high-end eyeshadow palettes without talking about Anastasia Beverly Hills, okay? Her formula is also one that can't be duplicated. The pigment is crazy. She did go off the rails a little bit with Subculture and Prism, but she redeemed herself when she came back with Soft Glam. Now, Soft Glam it's basically like all the favorites. It's the everyday palette. As you can see, I've already hit pan on a couple of these colors. I'm about to hit on a couple more. I use this palette so much. It is filthy, you guys. Absolutely filthy. I probably should have cleaned it up before I brought it out. But it gets used so much. This is one of my everyday palettes of the year. Low end is going to be really easy for me because I am not a fan really of drugstore eyeshadow palettes. They're just not my favorite. But as far as formula goes, ColourPop. ColourPop has some of my favorite, and I just brought out the first 3 palettes that I could find from them. I've got tons more in a drawer over there. I love their products so much. They're so inexpensive. A lot of their palettes are like 15 bucks. The pan sizes are a little bit smaller, but their pressed powders, again, you know what? They remind me very much of Anastasia's as far as like their pigmentation and their formula. Just ungodly, like just so beautiful and so pigmented. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Just so beautiful. And they blend like a dream. They work like a dream. They're just so great. I can't say enough about them. Won't talk about this too much. I don't really have eyeliners that I would say are like my favorite ride or dies this year. I actually have strayed away from eyeliners a lot this year. I use them barely when necessary, but I wouldn't say any like are my favorite or stick out. I just use what works, you know. But for mascaras, my favorite of the year, and it sucks because I don't have the big one anymore. I just have the deluxe sample. I need to go get another of the big one, but I used it all. Is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. Normally I don't really care for the Benefit mascaras. Everybody raves about them and has always said they're so amazing. And normally I don't even like wands like this, but this mascara is so freaking good and just really lifts. My eyelashes are so straight and it just lifts them and keeps them lifted and gives me a little bit of volume, and it makes it look like I have lashes. Like, I love this one. That's my high end. And for low end, we all know the Voluminous Lash Paradise still is kicking some major butt even towards the end of the year. Still one of the best mascaras of the year, even though it is such a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, even though I think this came out in 2017. I don't know. I think it came out in 2017, but still one of the best. Last but not certainly but not least, before I gotta go hurry up and wash this off, I'm cracking. We're gonna talk about lips, okay? Now, I want to say I've got 2 brands for high end, and both of them have more to do with the formula than the colors that I'm about to show you, okay? So, we all know I love my Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. To me, this is the #1 formula in all of the freaking land. In the universe, this is the most comfortable, most pigmented, best formula in all of the world. Like, period. And the colors, he's got such crazy, amazing colors, and then such gorgeous, wearable, everyday colors. So this formula, though, bar none, nobody can touch it, period, except we have a newcomer to the block. Hank and Henry. Okay, if you don't know who Hank and Henry is, you better ask somebody. I've been watching this guy forever. Ever. And I'm so glad to see him coming up and then see him make his own makeup brand. I've been watching him way before he ever even had a makeup brand or anything. And his liquid lipsticks are to die for. So he has the little owl emblem because that's like our group emblem. He's like Papa Owl and he's amazing. I've been in his Facebook group for the longest. And how cute is it? He made the little bottle look like it's a lipstick going this way. But really, it's a liquid lipstick and it's got the little doe foot applicator. And it is one of the most comfortable freaking formulas. He is giving Mr. Jeffree Star a run for his money with this formula. It is so amazing. So if you haven't tried his stuff, please go support him and purchase him, because his stuff is so good. And then for drugstore, I don't have a lot. I'm so picky with my liquid lipsticks, and drugstore really just doesn't have really any that are very good. The Wet n Wilds are pretty good. I have a lot of those, but usually if I do reach for one, it is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I really do like these ones. They are a slightly bit drying, but not like the other ones. And the colors, they have some really pretty colors, and they're really pigmented, and they stay put all day. So this would be like my favorite, my absolute favorite. So that was it for my 2018 favorites. I had to go wash my face really quick. I'm sure I left that on there like triple the amount that it was supposed to be. But I will say that my face feels really smooth, you guys. Like really soft and really smooth. So I kind of like that little clay mask. It just feels really soft. So that would, like I said, that was it for all my 2018 favorites. I can't wait to see what comes out for 2019. I'm sure I'm going to be broke because these makeup companies are going to take all of my money. While we're at it though, I'm going to show you what I've been using a lot for my skincare lately. And it's a kind of newer brand. And it's the LMA. I've been using their Superfood facial oil and their Pro Collagen Marine Cream. These two have literally saved my skin in this dry weather. So I'm going to go straight in with my LMA Superfood facial oil. And I know I'm putting a lot of really moisturizing products on, but like I said, my skin's been really dry. So I just put a few drops in my fingers and I rub it around, and I just kind of go in and like press it all over my face and try to like kind of work it in there. And one thing I really like about this stuff is it doesn't leave your face feeling really oily, and especially if you use this like before you go to bed, you wake up and wash your face and your face feels so freaking soft. And I go in with my LMA Pro Collagen Marine Cream, and I love this stuff. It's great for a day or night cream. It's like thick enough to be a night cream, but light enough to be a day cream too. So now that I have all my facial stuff on, that's really all I have for you guys today. I know my face doesn't look the prettiest, but I can promise you it feels so good. And it actually, like once it calms down from everything, it actually is going to look a lot better. But to me, I can see a difference already, and it feels so good. I love after doing a facial how my face feels. Oh, feels so much better. But, you know, I'm going to take more time and take good care of my skin because Botox can only do so much. Fillers can only do so much. And by the way, I am due to go get my Botox, which will be probably here within the next month or two. I will be getting my lips and my Botox redone. But yes, that is all I have for you guys today. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you are the real MVP of 2018 because this video was 900 years long. So thanks for sticking with me. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see what 2019 has to offer for us. And I know it's going to be big things. Big things, because that's how we be doing, you know. Well, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in a couple of days with a review on this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. All right, love you guys. Have a happy 2019, and I'll see you soon.